Anthony, I'm curious. There's a view on one side that there's very little the administration can do. There's very little basically anybody can do except for the Fed to slow things down. But there's also a view that there might be some low-hanging fruit, things they could do on the margin that they're not. Where are you on this?
Well, I certainly think they should change the stance on energy, open up the drilling, explain to the American people that it's better to drill in the United States than in Saudi Arabia. It's a national security thing as well. But Andrew, I'm comforted by what's going on with the tips. If you look at where the tips are right now, it feels like inflation is rolling over. I think the market is telling you that. So the Fed probably moves once or twice here. And then I think they start girding and getting ready for a potential recession. And so they have to change their stance.
Anthony, they move at 50 basis points, 75, at 100. Where are you?
Well, I think it's undoubtable that they'll move 75 basis points. If they move 100, the market would certainly rally off of that because they know that they're coming to the end of the Fed rate hikes. But it seems likely 75, Andrew.
So you think a soft landing is possible, it sounds like. Tyler, what do you think?
Well, I agree with Anthony that there's a lot that the government could be doing on the domestic energy production front that they're not doing. And if they were really serious about tackling inflation in the near term, they would be considering things like issuing Jones Act waivers to facilitate the transportation of LNG. Look, I think that there is going to be a softening of inflation moving forward, and we're already starting to see some early signs of slack. But a lot of the inertial components of inflation, things like rent, owner's equivalent rent, other services, those tend to be pretty sticky components of CPI. And I think it's going to take a lot more work on the part of the Fed to get those back down to the 2% level. And it's hard to see that happening without a sustained period of economic slack. I can't put myself in the camp of those who believe in immaculate disinflation.
Hey, Anthony, what about, we haven't really talked, what about tariffs at this point? I mean, we know we've been talking about if you could remove some of those tariffs, there's a foreign policy reason why you might want to have them on, but maybe you want to take them off.
Listen, I'm not a big fan of tariffs, even though I understand the foreign policy reason. And I appreciate it, but I'm not a big fan of that. Ultimately, the more free trade we do, I believe long term, the better diplomacy that we have. And so that would be an immediate step that a smart administration would take. But, politics is politics, Andrew. I learned it the hard way over an 11-day period of time. So they're just going to do what they do. We have to operate around them. But taking the tariffs off would be another great idea.